Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Icino. So, finally getting some movement. Bitcoin Cash breaking out of a horizontal channel. If you watched our other Ethereum and Monero video, we didn't use the levels for Monero. It was too sloppy. This one is nice, really nice horizontal channel. You see broke out on this bar, also getting above the 50-period exponential moving average. So the levels on this one, the first level was coming in at 1787.20. The high 1787.70. So the first one was hit, which is generally a stop reduction, although some people use it for profit taking, but it's to move up the stop. The next key areas we'll be watching for 1822 to 1834, preferably the 1834 level is still part of the nice horizontal channel pattern, and then the lower probability target is 1881. So those are the key levels you'll be watching for with this horizontal channel. Now, if it does pull back again, we have very, very key support coming in about 1706. We have the rising 8 and the slightly rising 50. That's your first key level of support. If it breaks below that, next major areas are in the 1676 to 1668, bottom of the rotation zone, and the old 62.5% GAN level. So watch for that. That's what we have for you on the upside with Bitcoin Cash. Let's check out on the daily chart where this is sitting. So you also see really nicely, let me see if I can expand this. All right, let me get so you can see this easier. Okay, in the rotation zone now, all these targets are within the rotation zone. The top of the rotation zone right now is lining up with the 25% GAN retracement level, coming in just below this 1918 level. So on a continued rally, a very strong rally, that's where you definitely want to take some kind of action if moving up your stops. And you can see back that 1676 level. That's your key support, but that would drop it back below the 8 EMA. Switching over to Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold, this was way too sloppy horizontal channel, so we're not using the price targets for that one either. Did a reverse GAN box from the lows on the 26th back to the prior highs on the 25th. Projecting up, that gave us our 198.57, then 202.14. 198.57's been hit. Right now we're pulling back, testing the prior breakout levels. Prior breakout levels are 192.65, lining up with the 8 right now. Let me mark this off just so you can see it better. There we go. You see how that's lining up. If we break below that, next key support's coming in at this mini spike low and the rising 21 right around 189. What we don't want to see is a close below that 189 level. If we do, it wasn't enough momentum to sustain this breakout, and then we'd expect it to probably drop back to the 181 level. Let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart, let me again expand this so we can really see it. All right, we're in the rotation zone now. The targets are clearly within a rotation zone. If we rally above the 202 level, the next level is 205. Then we'd be watching for about 210, which is right near the declining 21 on a daily basis. So that's what you're watching for. And again, if we can't sustain the breakout, we drop back down below those four-hour levels I talked about. You could probably see a pullback to the 181 level. Switching over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin also breaking above prior resistance, this 37.5% channel. This also was way too sloppy for a horizontal channel, so all we did was another reverse GAN box from the lows on the 26th back to the highs on the 24th. Those highs on the 24th were higher than the highs on the 25th. That's why we used that. Gave us our next key levels up. We had a cluster coming in right around this 11,916 to... So that was the first target area. The next target area was about this 12,070 to 12,098. We spiked up above it, now dropped below back. So we also have a new defining point. We're going to do a GAN box from the same lows. Now we do a forward box up to this defining point. So we're watching for this to pull back, really hold this key support. Key support's coming in prior breakout zone, and this GAN level pretty much lining up 11,600. We got 8 pushing the price also, so if you start seeing a strong rotation up, then it probably won't pull back, and then it's just jump on the bandwagon. Watch for a return to this 12,190, then the 12,429, then eventually the 12,668. There's not really a strong cluster in here. You could say 12,429 to 12,469 would be the most likely cluster area. pulling back more. This 11,600 holding, that's going to be key. If we drop below that, then we have the rising 50 and rising 21 next major level and this prior little support shelf in here. We mark that off so everybody sees what I'm saying. So that prior little support shelf coming in at the bottom of the rotation zone and the 50, that would be the critical level we don't want to drop below, especially on a closing basis. If we were to drop below temporarily and then pop back in and close above it, that's fine. But if we sustain to move below that or close below that, then we'd watch for a pullback to the 11,124. But we've already got 8 pushing the price. So if we, especially if you break back above this about 11,977, then you want to do something that's a pretty good look, looking like the rotation has picked up, and then we will watch for those higher targets. Let's check into the daily chart though to fine tune what's going on. All right, I'll expand this one also. So we have the only challenge here. We have the declining 21 just above this 12,190. So there is going to be some resistance. So it might have to go up and hit that level a couple times. But once it can get above there, then you'll probably see a pretty quick response. And notice the upper end of our target from the GAN projections is coming in right with the 50-day exponential. So that's going to be a very key level to watch for. And if you haven't taken any profits off, or at least move your stops, and that's definitely a place to do it. Also coming in with the end of this clear path on a daily basis. Let me mark that off. So you see all this right up here. This anywhere 12,668 to 12,731 is going to be very, very key resistance on a daily basis. So make sure you're not getting over greedy. Make sure, hey, if you did get in on something or you took this breakout, that you're moving, trailing up a stop. So if it hits up here and then starts pulling back, you can lock in some of your profits. That's what we have for you on Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin Gold. We'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.